Some recent movement in Major League Baseball as former AL Cy Young back in 2018. Blake Snell is on the way to San Diego. San Diego's going to have a nice young pitching core coming up for them, but San Diego sending some prospects out to Tampa Bay, which Blake Snell led Tampa Bay Rays to the World Series this past year. So it's kind of interesting. We saw a little bit of heated discussions after the World Series as they pulled him early, but he pitched 5 1/3 and also struck out 9, which they probably should not have taken him out in the World Series, but they are sending Blake Snell, the guy that led them to the World Series, to San Diego. But the deal's also going to send top pitching prospects, if I'm pronouncing this right, Luis Patiño, and also include catchers Francisco Mejia, who they also acquired back in 2017 from the Cleveland Indians, Blake Hunt, and pitcher Cole Wilcox. So at least what the Tampa Bay Rays like to do in return is get something for the future, as they always play the small ball and analytical ball. They think it's now time to send 28-year-old pitcher off to San Diego, which if it happens, it happens and works out that way for him to succeed in elsewhere. But we already know that Tampa Bay Rays are going to find a way to make it back to the postseason because they're an analytically based team that's going to find its way by finding the small guys that may have not produced, kind of like Brett Phillips for the Kansas City Royals last year. He helped them win a game in the actual World Series. I believe it was either game 3 or 4 in there. But pitching rotation now for the San Diego Padres is going to look really interesting because it's very young, as Danielson Lamet is 28 years old. He's a guy that's had like a 2.08 ERA last year. Chris Paddock is still young, 24. Zach Davies, 27. Mike Clevenger is probably their old guy, as he's one of the guys that they traded for last year to help them get over that hump and got them also to the postseason, but we saw him get hurt and couldn't really finish it out during that time. But last year, those guys combined a 17-for-12 win-loss record and also a 3.14 ERA. So this pitching rotation is going to be stacked with Blake Snell adding to it, but this also poses the question of whether the free agent of the National League Cy Young Award winner Trevor Bauer could possibly head its way there. We already know that he has a good rapport with Mike Clevenger back in Cleveland when they traded them elsewhere, traded Clevenger to San Diego last year, 2 years ago, well, a year and a half ago, actually, trading Trevor Bauer from the Indians to the Reds. So, full season for Trevor Bauer for the Reds, ended up with that NL Cy Young Award. Now, free agent-wise, do they bring and link up together? You can easily say Chris Paddock, who's the youngest out of this, that also had, I believe, sported a 4.35 ERA last year. Put him in the bullpen, kind of see if he can also grow that way as into a player, but this adds a lot of interest to seeing if Trevor Bauer will actually go to the San Diego Padres as well. But Blake Snell being traded from the Tampa Bay Rays to the San Diego Padres. Some fun hot stove going on here as the month of December is fastly ending. You're going to see a lot more things pick up, and hopefully it's not as been quiet as it's been this entire time. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Blake Snell is a Padre.